welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the G's in my lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right. So let's give it a stretch. Okay. So I thought I cleared out that thing, but it's still, I'm not sure what's happening. It's not feeding, this printer is not feeding the filament in. It's so weird. I'm not sure what's happening. So I need to figure that out. Yeah, I thought that was going to work. All right. Well, for this break session, I want to take a look at this thing that I thought was pretty cool because it would help me out. And I wanted to show where it would help me out. And so for folks that may not know, I'm a big fan of web components, right? And so I created this web component actually for my job. It's like in our repo. Let me share this. All right, get this here. Cool. So there's this repo here that I created. It's a web component for a prize wheel. All right. And so we go through here, it has a prize wheel, it has the code pen, how to install it, how to use it, or you can use CDN, yada, yada, yada. All right. So I have this code pen that kind of shows exactly what it is. So here it is. I should probably make this bigger as well. All right. So what it is that right here, so you can see the prize wheel is right here. All right. And by default, if it doesn't have anything to show, it won't show anything. It'll say no panels to display. All right. So I have this thing here where you can just put in a number of input a number of name of prizes to be able to add to the prize wheel. So let's say we're gonna go with 7. All right. There we go. So here's the actual prize wheel now. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels. Okay. And this is all these names are just randomly generated. All right. Well, they're randomly picked from what's it called? I believe it's called Faker. All right. So so these are just like things. So then you do is you have some methods you can call on it. So you can spin the wheel. And it's super random. So sometimes it goes backwards. All right. And so you can close the dialog. And then my computer, you can tell, is doing a bunch of things. So it's moving very slowly. So let's reset this. And then you can spin it again. And again, my computer is doing a lot. I'm not sure. Ever since I put that thing on, everything's kind of slowing down. And so you see it's just random. So it just randomly spin things. What I wanted to draw attention to was the text and specifically the font colors, because you can set right now I just chose Roy G. Biv for the default, right? But you can also set the colors of the panels to whatever you want. Now, I wanted to make sure that the text would be legible regardless of whatever the color was on the back, right? Of the panel, whatever the color of the panel was. And so there was this, I had to figure out that there's this whole long formula to be able to take the color of the back and then decide whether or not black or white was the better contrasting color to be able to read it better. So that's why you see with the red, the black came up, the orange, black, yellow, black, this light green was black. Then you see here, the darker blue is a white color. The purple is a white color. The lighter purple is a white color. So this is to the equation, the formulation, those are the best contrast that I could get. All right. So it's a whole calculation thing. Now, what I want to talk about, what I saw, and I don't believe it's across a bunch of browsers yet. Oh, by the way, I'm going to add a link to the GitHub repo so you can check it out as well. It'll be next to the recording of the video on untilit.works. And so what I mainly wanted to talk about was it looks like this functionality of the deciding the best contrast is coming to browsers, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to share this tab instead here. So this is from webkit.org, which is what Safari runs on, right? That's like the engine that it runs on. And so it looks like it's coming to that, which is pretty cool. So how to have the browser pick a contrasting color in CSS. So I was doing it in JavaScript and calculating a bunch of stuff, whereas with this, it will do it with CSS. So the browser does all the calculation stuff for you. So that's pretty cool. All right, so have you ever wished you could write simple CSS to declare a color and then have the browser figure out whether black or white should be paired with that color? Yes, that is exactly what I was trying to do with the prize wheel. Well, now you can with contrast-color. By the way, let me zoom in on this. Oh, totally wrong window to zoom in on. I want to zoom in on this one. All right, so now imagine we're building a website or a web app or a prize wheel web component, and the design calls for a bunch of buttons with different background colors, or maybe you want panels, different colored panels. We can create a variable named button-color, all right, or maybe panel-color. I'm gonna stop doing that, to handle the background color, and then assign the variable different values from our design system in different situations. Now, sometimes the button background will be a dark color, and the text should be a white to provide contrast. Other times, the color will be a lighter color, and the text should be black, like this. All right. So now, of course, we could use a second variable for the text color and carefully define the values for button color and button text color at the same time in pairs to ensure the choice for the text color is the right one. So saying, hey, make the button text color white when the button text color is darker purple, and vice versa for the lighter one, right? But on a large project with a large team, carefully managing such details can become a really hard task to get right. Suddenly, a dark button has unreadable black text, and users can't figure out what to do. It'd be easier if we could just tell our CSS to make the text black or white and have the browser pick which one to use, whichever one provides more contrast with a specific color. Then we could just manage our many background colors and not worry about the text color. So that's kind of like what I did, but is with using JavaScript. So you can choose whatever background color you want. The formulation will decide whether or not black or white text will go on top of that panel color that you chose. So, but it looks like that's exactly what the contrast-color function will let us do. So I'm kind of excited that this is going to hopefully come to all browsers. So how it works. So we can write this in our CSS. So you have the color, which is going to be the, that's normally for the text color, like normally when I see that, right? So that's going to be like the text color. So then you can put contrast color with purple. All right. So I guess it's going to calculate, hey, if this is going to be black or white, maybe. So then, and the browser will set color, oh yeah, to either black or white. Whichever choice provides better contrast with purple. That's pretty dope. So it's going to replace contrast-color purple with either black or white. Let's style our button. We'll set the button background color to our variable, like they mentioned before, button color, and we'll define the text color to be the contrasting black/white choice that pairs with that variable. So it's basically the same thing. So you have an, again, it's kind of amazing. You have like CSS variables. So cool. And so then, yeah, you're just taking that. So that'll become whatever you set the button color to be. This can be great contrast here. And then same thing basically here. And this will end up being either black or white. Cool. Now we only need to define one color, that button color, and the other follows. That's pretty dope. When we change the button color, the browser will reconsider whether the text should be black or white and choose fresh, the option with more contrast. Oh, I guess and like kind of re-choose it. Okay. So now for fun, let's also define a hover color using relative color syntax. Okay. So that's what this thing here is here, this OKLCH, all right. And now one variable determines 4 colors, the default color button and the text to go with it, plus the hover color and the text that go with that. Holy crap. Okay, wow. So yeah, so We have the button, so kind of like how we did before, right? I've never seen this one. Text box, cap, alphabetic, vertically centers the text. I've never seen that before. That's pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to try that out. Now, when you hover over it, though, the background color becomes this hover color, which is based on that same button color, right? With that relative color syntax. And then the color of the hover is going to be the contrast color of that hover color. Wow, okay, that's wild. So now, here's a demo of the result. Try it in Safari Technology Preview, where you can change the button color dynamically. So it looks like it's only available for Safari Technology Preview. And so as you can see here, this browser does not support color contrast. Try this demo in a browser that does, like Safari Technology Preview. So I won't be able to see it. But for the fact that this is something that's coming, that's kind of amazing. And that's super dope. So I'm looking forward to that. And they kind of talk more about it. So accessibility considerations and contrast algorithms. Now, it might be tempting to believe that color contrast will magically solve all contrast accessibility concerns all by itself, and your team will never have to think about color contrast again. Nope, that's not the case at all. So using the contrast color function does not guarantee that the resulting pair of colors will be accessible. It's quite possible to pick a color, in this case, a background color that will not have enough contrast with either black or white. Okay. It's still up to the humans involved, designers, developers, testers, and more, to ensure there's enough contrast. Okay, see, that's interesting. So, in fact, if you tried our demo in Safari Technology Preview now, as this article is published in May 2025, you'll find many of the pairings with mid-tone background colors do not result in enough contrast. It often seems like the wrong choice is being made. For example, this right here, this blue color returns a black, when white is clearly a better choice. Okay, so what is happening here? Why is a less contrasting choice being made? And so, yeah, so I think this is what using the contrast algorithm defined. So I think this is what I used in my own thing. And if we put this color through a well-respected color contrast checker, it does clearly recommend using black for the text color, not white. Okay, so just by doing that, so it is coming up with that. Oh, okay. So here we go. So the algorithm calculates black on that color as having a contrast ratio of this, right? While the white on that color has this. So you can see the 5.4 is larger. So that's why it went with black. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to, Okay. So I think it kind of goes on more about it and stuff. So, but then there's this accessible perceptual contrast algorithm. Oh, so this is one thing that's going to be in WCAG 3. So that's something maybe in the future. So for my application, I may need to update it to this at some point. Interesting. But yeah, no, this is pretty interesting. So if you ever came across where trying to find the best contrasting color for a background, this is pretty good information. So again, I posted a link to it in the chat room /forum, so you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna get y'all back to work because my computer looked like it's about to freeze up on me. So let me get y'all back to work. Thanks again for hanging out. When we come back, we'll take a look at Art's website, listen to some music, watch some videos, maybe you'll become a fan. But till then, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is Nujabes. The track is featuring Apani B. It's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you around. I've got to go and try to figure out what's wrong with this printer, or maybe set up this other printer, get that printing, so then I can just go and take my time trying to figure that one out. That's probably what I'll end up doing because this thing is starting to get frustrating. I'll probably have to put a support ticket in or something. Neither here nor there. Let's the whole thing is about always be printing. That's what I'm working on. So this thing, I'm gonna set this up. That's hopefully will be a lot easier to get working. So all that being said, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send you all off with some traveling music. Again, this here is Nujabes featuring Apani B. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll catch you all around. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
Like start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart.